Hey y'all, welcome back to another video with Life with Chessie. This is for Beyond the Gates, May 12, 2025. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know your thoughts on tonight. Excuse me. Let me know your thoughts on today's new episode down below. Look, I said Randy hard-headed, Doug hard-headed, and then not to mention, I feel bad for Cat. Not Cat. What's her name? Eva. I'm getting them confused. I feel bad for Eva when Anita was holding her hand or whatever, then she pulled back and she told her the way she went about things, because of the way she went about things, she'll never be a part of the Pre family. I said, dang. I said, I feel bad for her. She like she about to cry. But I said, I don't think we supposed to be feeling bad for her considering everything she did and the fact that she had plenty of time to fix it or to warn them or something. She waited right until the doggone party to want to say, you got to get out of here or whatever. But yeah, I did feel bad for her today. I said, when did they start nominating people for awards? Eva need an award. Look, everybody need an award at this point. Yeah, I felt that she was about to cry and stuff. But yeah, hold on, y'all. But okay, so who we gonna start with first? Ted, Danny, Anita. So basically, Danny was confronting Ted, telling him about himself and the fact that he hurt Nicole and just calling her all type of names or whatever. And his whole thing was, I understand Nicole being mad, I understand my kids being mad, and y'all have a right to feel how y'all feel, but I'm not gonna be y'all punching bag. So he ends up kicking Danny out, and about time she got ready to go, that's when Anita showed up. I said, oh my goodness. So she ends up telling him about himself as well. Both of them said the same thing, basically that he cheated on Nicole and maybe he wasn't a good guy. He pretended to be and stuff like that. What Danny said, I think Danny was the one that said something about at least Bill didn't pretend like he was a good guy. And I was like, she just told Nicole the opposite, so I don't understand. Wasn't she just excuse me? Wasn't she just telling Nicole that Ted isn't like Bill? That she should give him another chance and forgive him? Wasn't she just telling her that? Well, yeah, they was just confronting him, and he told them that he not gonna be their punchy bag. He understand for his kids to be mad. He understand for Nicole to be mad, but them he not finna be their punchy bag. And I said he got a right to defend himself, but they got a right to be upset as well. But Anita did say, if he want forgiveness and stuff like that, then he got to handle his business. All he did was go over there and tell Dana to stay away from the Duprees. I was like, no, wait, I said that wrong. What did he tell her? I wrote it down. He told Dana, mess with the Duprees again, you'll have to deal with me. I said, that's what she wants to deal with you. Then she over here talking about, so she's still in love with him. And he was like, the only reason why I told you I love you and stuff like that is because I had to tell myself that, while I was cheating on Nicole to make himself feel better about cheating on Nicole. Hold on. And I said, it's probably gonna be a long time before they get rid of this crazy lady. I don't think she's going nowhere. Then I'm wondering if it's gonna be one of those situations or storylines where Ted actually does come over there to hook up with her when he see that Nicole doesn't forgive him right away. What do y'all think? Let me know down below. Cause on other shows and stuff, y'all know other soap operas. Anyways, if you watch the rest of the soap operas, stuff like that happen all the time. They'll be like, "Yeah, I'm done with you. It was a mistake. It shouldn't have happened." Then next thing you know, when they wife or husband or whoever don't forgive them right away, they run right back to him. She ended up telling him at the end of that scene that she'll be right there for him. She'll be right there waiting on him or whatever. That's what she implied, anyways, and that she's not going anywhere. I said for now. Martin, Cat, Vanessa. What Vanessa? I think Vanessa was talking to Martin before Kat arrived, and she was just saying how sorry she is and everything. Then Martin and Kat ended up talking about everything that happened so far, talking about their daddy, talking about Nicole. I think he's gonna take some food over there to her or something. Hold on. She ended up telling Martin about what she saw when she saw Eva and Tomas together, whatever. And they was talking about that. He over here talking about some doggone maybe it's not what she think. Maybe, he was just going off on her or something like that. I said, no, he like her. He like her. And then I said, Kat, I still, like I've been saying from the jump, I feel like she gonna end up hooking up with him. It's storming again, y'all. Hold on. But yeah, like I said, I feel like she's gonna end up hooking up with him, and then he gonna reveal that he really want evil. He really want evil or whatever. Let me see what else. Um, Martin was saying how he feels for Eva, and Kat got mad. She got mad. She had already said beforehand. I don't know who she was talking to. Yeah, I remember that episode. She was telling somebody, she was like, Martin can do what he want or whatever, but she don't want nothing to do with Eva at all. But yeah, this episode he basically said like he feels for her and everything that she dealt with. Like I said, that whole scene with Anita, I said, I felt bad for her. Like, did y'all feel bad for her? I said, I don't think we're supposed to feel bad for her considering she had plenty of opportunity regardless of how she grew up. And Anita and them been telling her that, yeah, you grew up bad. She told her that. She said you grew up bad, your mama did this and that or whatever. But because you went about things the way that you did, you would never be a part of the Dupree family. And I said maybe if she would have actually told them right away, it would have been different. But I still feel like they would have been upset. I still feel like they would have been upset regardless. But yeah, let's see. Like I said, Martin and Kat end up going over there to see their mama. They end up. Did they bring her food? Yeah, because Martin had food. I don't know if he dropped it off or what. But yeah, they was just hugging her and comforting her. They was talking about their father. Then they started talking about Eva and Nicole asked Kat if she being too hard on Eva. And Eva got mad again. I said, look, she don't want to hear nothing about Eva because she been trying to tell these folks from the jump. So she said that she wants to make them pay. I don't know if she was talking about Ted too, but she wanna make Dana pay. She wanna make Eva pay. I said, I feel like Eva paying enough. I feel like she paying enough at this point. But hold on, let's see if I missed anything about Martin them. I think I covered everything about them. I can't wait to get to Hardhead over here. These two Hardheads. What's his name? Doug and Randy. Both of them. I think that dude, the dealer, somebody gonna snitch. Cause Joey said he had eyes and ears everywhere. Um, Nicole Dana. So Dana, Dana funny. I don't care. She funny. So she ends up telling Nicole, I never meant to hurt you or whatever. Um, that she only wanted to reveal the truth about Ted, that if she hadn't done it the way she did, then nobody would have believed her. I said, they still didn't believe you regardless. But she brought the DNA test and she was like, she already seen the DNA test. She knows that, Eva is Ted's daughter or whatever. And she just kept on like, I never meant to hurt you. I believe you are amazing. What she said, I said, girl, you full of crap. I said, you is full of crap. You are full of crap or whatever. She over here playing this girl. So then after she seen that Nicole wasn't buying it, that's when she dropped the act or whatever. And then she was like, I just wanted to get back at that 2-time and Ted or whatever. I said, you just want Ted. Did you tell her that? You just want Ted. But Nicole, telling her about herself. And she remained calm. She ain't had to do all that extra stuff or nothing. She remained real calm. Too calm for me. Too calm for me. She done just walked up in your house first. She ruined your doggone party or whatever. She slept with, I don't even know if they was married at the time. Did they ever say if they was married at the time or if they just dating regardless? Regardless, fact. I said she remained too calm. She was way too calm. But who else we got? Vanessa Joy. What was they talking about? He asked her what was going on, what was wrong with her. That's when she ends up confiding in him about her best friend and stuff like that. And right when she said something about how she feels basically like a hypocrite. What's that? Hold on now. Why did you just not notifying me about that? Hold on. She was like basically saying she feels like a hypocrite when it comes to marriage. She shouldn't be judging anybody because of her marriage and stuff like that. I said, right, that's the same thing I was thinking. Like, you should shut up. You should be quiet at this point. Well, yeah, she was talking to him about that, and he was just comforting her, fake comforting her, or whatever. I think he tried to get her to leave with him or something. And she was like, no, not this time or something. So did they ever hook up? Because last scene we seen, if I'm not mistaken, they was at that same spot or whatever. I think they was sitting down though. No. I take that back. They was at the bar where they was at today. Did they ever hook up? Did they ever show if they actually hooked up or not? If I'm not mistaken, I think they cut it off or whatever. But yeah, she ends up leaving. She said she had to go home and sleep in her own bed. So that what made me think that she actually ended up hooking up with him or whatever. But I wonder when he finally gonna say that what his plan is. Now he already told Randy what his plan is, but I'm waiting on him to tell Doug or to tell Vanessa or something. But yeah, that's all Vanessa and Joey was talking about. And what's the name? Danny ended up seeing how close they was and stuff like that. At first, when the show first started, I thought that Vanessa was Danny's best friend, but it was really Pamela. Who else we got? Shanice and Doug. Shanice was trying to talk to Doug, and the whole time he thinking about gambling. She told him she worked with him for a long time or whatever, and she could tell that something's off. that something's wrong or whatever, and he need to go. Let me see. Let me make sure I find it. She told Doug to go heal himself or whatever. She said it's not about your wrist or anything like that. It's something else. And I said, right, right. And instead of going home, this man went to the doggone is that called a casino? I don't know. He went to gamble. That's what we're gonna say. He went to gamble or whatever. Um, Mona, Randy, Eva. So Mona went to the little place where they was gambling at. She was talking to Randy. She was looking for Dana. But he was like, he don't give out that type of information and stuff like that. So then she was about to go and he kept trying to convince her to gamble and stuff. She ends up seeing Eva. She sat down to confront her or whatever. And I was like, Eva be looking for a friend and everybody. She be looking for forgiveness and everything. I think eventually they gonna forgive her though. Especially when excuse me, especially when they find out how crazy her mama is. I think they gonna forgive her, or she gonna do something to help them or prove herself to them. Watch, I'm just glad. I said if nobody else, at least she got Ted. As of right now, at least she got Ted until Dana ruined it too. But yeah, Mona was coming in front of Eva or whatever, and hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I got any notes about it. I know I wrote down Mona confronted Eva about everything that she did, and she was trying to explain herself, and she was just saying how she feels bad. Mona was saying how nobody's going to trust her, that Nicole never going to trust her judgment again after the fact because she, excuse me, because she convinced them to hire her. And she ends up asking for the key back, so she gave the key back or whatever. Then Mona went found Dana, and she over here acting. I don't know if she acting with her. Do y'all think she acting with Mona? She was saying you the only real you and Jan the only real friend she really had and stuff like that, and just telling her she still was lying though. That's my whole thing. You still lying because she was like she was asking her where she got the money to buy all this stuff. What did she say? She maxed out the credit cards or something like that. I said, this be my thing. It's bad enough that you lie and do what you do, but then you try to cover up the lie with another lie or whatever, and you just continue to prove that you haven't changed at all. Excuse me. You continue to prove yourself. She just proved right in that moment. Now Mona could have been like, I'm gonna give you another chance or something like that, but you still over here lying. So what good is it? Excuse me, Lord. But yeah, Mona got mad and she ended up leaving. Um, I think after that, I don't know what photo she was holding, but Dana was over there holding the photo, and that's when she looked up and Ted was right there. I said, I don't know if it's a good idea for him to be going over there. Now, Anita did tell him to handle his business or whatever, but he didn't do nothing but threaten her, told her to stay away or she got to deal with him like there's something bad or something. She want to deal with you. I said, that's what she want. You just show her a good time. He just gave her something to look forward to. Somebody, you gonna deal with me? You ain't handle it before. How you gonna handle it now? I just thought about that. He been trying to buy her out for years. That's what they said. But let's see where else. Mona, Dana. I already said that. Doug, Randy. So Doug showed up. He was telling Randy about how his coworkers and stuff starting to notice a change in him and how he just needs to basically get out his system and do this and that. Randy ends up telling him, no, you don't need to do that. You need to do like the lady that was here before, to my Eva, because Eva won something and she left because she was like, that's all she had. Hold on. Yeah, Eva was like, that's all she had, so she ended up cashing out or whatever it's called. So this man, he's trying to tell him to walk away. And I was like, Randy gonna get himself hurt. This man done threatened his family and all, and he's still trying to warn him. Obviously, now I understand that's your childhood friend and yada yada yada, but he threatened your folks. And he obviously don't get it. He obviously I had to let him get caught or whatever it's called. But yeah, so he was like, you right. He was like, good looking now, did the little handshake or whatever. Soon as Randy left out with him, this man snuck back in and told the dude to deal him in. I said, that's sad. That's sad. And remember, Joey said he got eyes and ears everywhere, so I'm wondering when either the dealer or he got a camera or a mic or something, when he gonna find out that Randy still been doing the opposite of what he said. Hold on, y'all. Cause I feel like every time we see Doug and Randy together, he warning him not to do. He being hard headed. But let's see. Ted, Dana. I already said. Did I say it? I don't think I said it. No, I didn't say it. He ended up showing up or whatever. Um, and that's when she was she so she snitched on herself. he was confronting her about going over to the Duprees and stuff like that, and he mentioned something, and she was like, "Oh no," she said, "So Nicole told you that I stopped by?" He was like, "You went over there too," and he ends up threatening her, telling her. That's when he told her, hold on, don't mess with the Duprees again, or you'll have to deal with me. And I wrote down, I said, that's what she want. Like, you just threatened her with a good time. So then she was like, she was saying why she did it. And she was like, I'm still in love with you. And she was like, how can I not be? We share a child. But yeah, she was like, we share a child or whatever. And she got all close to him and he started looking like he was gonna go. I don't know. That's why I asked y'all. I was like, do y'all think this is gonna be one of them situations where Nicole doesn't forgive him within his time frame, so he decides to continue the affair with this crazy lady? I don't know. Or do y'all think she finna get caught soon because of what she did to Laura? I don't know. But yeah, she got all close to him and stuff like that. But then I think he told her something. He ended up leaving. He ended up leaving or whatever. I didn't write down what you called them. I already said Martin Cat and Nicole was just talking about Eva and that she's their half sister, and telling Cat that she thinks she being too hard on her. I forgot to write down Anita, Danny, and Eva. So they seen and Danny was finna go over there and confront her, and then she was like, I got a better idea. So they invited her to sit down, act like they was all cool and cordial with her, whatever. I do like that Anita, Danny didn't try to hide it as much. But Anita was telling her she does feel for her. She work with women all the time or girls all the time who in that situation and stuff like that. And she was like, I'm not a charity case. So they was like, of course you're not. So she was like, she understands, she feels for her. But because of the way that she went about things, she'll never be a part of the Dupree family. I said at this point, it's very much looking. Now I understand they upset. I was like, it don't look like they need to be a part of the Dupree family. Then, I skipped the part. Anita was telling Ted, that at least Martin has a role model in Vernon. I said until they come up with a storyline that he done cheated too, or he done did something worse. Because I feel like we rarely see positive examples of love and stuff like that on TV. Especially with soap operas, they over here make everybody named mama related. Everybody named mama related. Everybody don't have no affair or cheated or something like that. So I was like, it's only a matter of time for Vernon be on the edge before he be one of them people too. But yeah, I think that's everything, y'all. Let me make sure. RSS Doug snuck back in. Cat wants to make Eva and Dana pay. And if you didn't see the preview for this week's episode, she gonna be talking to Leslie and she gonna be saying, so Eva did run Laura off the road or whatever. I said, now she finna set up her own daughter. Oh, that's what Ted said. He was like, you don't put her out, you don't sit up here and put her out or whatever. After you don't use her for your agenda. I said, exactly. And he revealed that, he got her a hotel room and he gonna set her with an apartment that he'll never abandon his daughter. And for somebody to claim that that's what they wanted, that we all knew that ain't what she wanted really. Excuse me. We all knew that's not what she really wanted. Lord have mercy, excuse me. But yeah, he was like, she was just a means to the end. I said, exactly. That's exactly what she was. She wanted to use, she thought exactly what I said, I think Friday or Thursday. She thought, I'm gonna use her to lure Ted back in or whatever. And she still, after he told her, she told me some half of her DNA or something is mine. So that means that, they connected and all this other extra stuff. I said, no. I said, she's grown. So she really ain't got to go through you no more. But yeah, that's it. That's all. What does that say? Dana talking about she still Leslie. Oh, that's what she told Mona. Dana told Mona that she's still the same Leslie and stuff. I said, your name ain't even Leslie. Your name is Dana. But that's it. That's all. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, do take girls today and be safe.